Still got work on me. Oh, hey, there's 42 people in here. What's up? Thanks for joining me. Leave a like, guys. Hit the like button, double tap, please, and thank you. You don't have to subscribe, but I'm trying to boost my likes. I would appreciate it. Leave a comment. Feel free to ask questions. Or talk shit, I don't care. You're not supposed to clean that? Yeah, I know, right? If I clean it, something's gonna get dirty, right? Something's gonna go wrong. That's why we fix things, dude. That's why we clean things. So something else can go wrong. Dang, 42 people and one person liked the stream. It's terrible. I gotta say, this project has me thinking this whole time that, oh my god, I got a hanger. God, that's disgusting. I can't help but think the whole time I'm working on this thing, like, it's impressive but it's also disappointing how rough these castings are. This is a Honda. And I love Hondas. I've always been under the influence that Honda's been one of the best manufacturers, and they've got the cleanest factories. And but if there's one thing I've learned from this project is, holy crap, dude, 70s Honda castings are the worst. No hourly rate because I don't like working on other people's stuff. I guess if I had to choose a rate that like I couldn't say no, like 120, I guess, an hour, I guess then I would work on somebody else's things. But I don't really know what I'm doing per se. I have like 15 years of experience wrenching, and this is only the second bike I've worked on. I rebuilt my 450F. That was fun, cool learning experience. But this is a ct90 that belongs to one of my friends. He asked me to put a new top end in it, but I dropped a bunch of dust in the case, so we're just doing the whole thing for him. So I'm not really charging him, just doing it as a favor, just to be a good friend, I guess. So this is a learning experience for me. I have noticed though, like on Facebook Marketplace and like CT90s are getting really popular in Colorado. So I'm not like teaching anybody. I'm not trying to say like I'm a professional or anything, but I'm videoing so that I can have reference if I have to go back and see where something goes or whatever. But I also figured I would share the experience. Since they're getting popular, I figured people might consider a DIY rebuild or clean or whatever. So hopefully in the future this helps someone else as well. That wasn't supposed to happen. Hold on a second. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I was still hooked up to my Bluetooth. My bad. I used to do a lot more fishing. My grandpa was into it, but I kind of got bored because I was tired of catching small fish. Like, I don't know, I like catching. I don't like fishing. I like catching. So haven't really fished in probably 8 years, maybe. I think was probably the last time I went fishing. I like trolling. Bass fishing is fun because that's usually bass catching. Got in an argument with one of my bosses one time talking about, oh, bass fishing is easy. They're aggressive and territorial, and you could like throw anything in the water and they bite. But he was like, oh, it's fucking hard and blah, 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 this and that. And why do you think the pros get paid? I was like, dude, the pros don't show you the 50 fish that they catch so that they can catch the trophy fish. They catch fish all day. The shit you see on TV is just the few that are freaking amazing. That's what's hard, is catching the trophies. Yeah, bass fishing is always fun, dude. And I like to eat bass. They taste all right, man. I don't know. Maybe sometimes they taste a little dirty, but I like bass. They're good. They're fun to catch. They're fun to fight. Even a regular sized bass, man. When you wrestle one of those in, you're like, oh man, yeah. You feel like you feel like you're on TV, like one of those trophy bass catchers. Chester, what's up? Not yet. I've had my hunter safety for like 2.5, 3 years. I got myself a 300 rum because I figure I could hunt anything under the sun with that, including T-Rex and Velociraptor. But it's expensive, money wise for me, and time wise, can't really afford the time to do it, but whoops, plan on hopefully hunting this year. The landowner told me that I can hunt. If you guys get on my channel and watch my shorts, you can see the elk herd that hangs out here. It's impressive. I would like to do some hunting this year. Ooh, saltwater fishing. I never had the chance. My grandpa was a dive master. He used to own a dive chain in Miami called Diver's Den. So they sold that, came to Colorado. My mom married their son. But long story short, I'm a certified diver, but never got to go to the ocean. My mom was a weird person, and my sister got to go to the Blue Hole to get certified. I went to the Homestead Crater in Utah, which it was cool but disappointing. Like, you know, you become a certified diver or go to get your certification, it'd be cool to go like to the ocean where you normally go diving. So that sucked, but it was a fun experience. Would love to go. I would love the opportunity to go saltwater fishing. That's like, so like I said before, like I don't like catching small fish anymore. So I, you know, if I got to go spear fishing or saltwater fishing and catch some big fish, that would be fun. I guess you could say that's on my bucket list. Nice, dude. You're in Florida. Awesome. I thought about moving to Florida with all this crap going on in Colorado. Florida is the only place I think I could be happy. I don't know. Just, but then again, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy that moves to Florida and everybody in Florida is like, stop moving to Florida. Well, my grandma and grandpa moved back to Florida, so maybe one year. Yeah, my buddy just moved back from Florida and says for the most part it's not really any different, but he loved it. Absolutely loved it. The only reason he came back is he had family issues to sort out, so that sucks for him. I hope one day he can get back to where he was at, you know. Yeah, that's, see, I was looking at the map and I was like, man, Florida looks small. It looks similar to Colorado where you got a bunch of small towns everywhere. Maybe I could be happy in one of those small towns, but I was like, in the grand scheme of things, Florida looks small, dude. Looks like there's just a ton of people everywhere. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever leave Colorado. I don't really have plans to. But I've thought about it. God, these castings are disgusting. Look at this. Crap. Oh, property is expensive. Yeah, it's getting expensive here, man. So many people moving to Colorado and so many, I don't even know what you would call them, middle class people or slightly above middle class come here, spend their money on land, and then they freaking hike the rent up. It's getting retarded, dude. I don't know what that bolt does. It's just there. Maybe it was to a sprocket cover. I don't know. Hey, all right. Nice. I just built this little, I don't know what to call it, bed rack. It looks like it's made in China. I made it out of 16 gauge steel, which was kind of disappointing, but I really wanted to get it done, so I just went to Home Depot and bought the shit they had on the shelf, so it's I kind of disappointed myself, but at least I have a rack. So I'm a DIY guy. If I can do it myself, I will. But I'd rather not pay somebody else. I've been real curious about powder coating. My brother keeps mentioning it. He's like, hey, dude, we can buy an old oven and just cook all of our stuff in the oven. I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, you can fit a whole rim in an oven. I was like, yeah. I don't know. I have too many hobbies, dude. I need to stop getting new hobbies. It looks all right. I did it in a hurry. It's not. I mean, it looks good from a distance, but when you really start looking at it, it looks like a 12-year-old built it because it was like no fucks given. It's like bent because I welded it so hot. Like all the welds just pulled everything, and I don't really care. I don't care. I just needed a bed rack. It was for work. I'm not trying to win a beauty contest, so, and I'm not a professional. I'm just a dude. Yeah, under 100, yeah. No, it won't. The welds are way thicker than the metal. I burned it in pretty good. It's all right. I'm not 100% disappointed with it. The biggest disappointment is that like 70 miles per hour it hums like it hums like the whole state can hear it, dude. Like it really drives me fucking nuts. But what are you gonna do? I don't know nothing about that. Practice does make perfect, dude. Hog Slayer, that's your handle, I guess. You do a lot of hog hunting down there? Or somewhere. You must be doing some hog hunting somewhere. What's your hog hunting rifle? When I got my hunter safety, it kind of seemed like I might get a opportunity to go to Texas to hog hunt, so I configured an SKS rifle to do some hog hunting. So that's my rifle, is just a 21-inch barrel Chinese SKS. I'd be curious to know what you use. Yeah, your favorite thing to do. I could see how hog hunting would get addicting, man. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube. 270 and 30-06, hell yeah. Never been on an airboat. Oh hell yeah, I definitely would be. I'm a gearhead, dude. I like all kinds of, like, I'll show you the garage real quick. I already said I'm a DIY guy, but I've got two Hondas. I've got the Tacoma that I work on, Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, Chinese Yamaha. That's a KO 125 GP, and then the Beast, the 450. So yeah, pretty much anything with the motor I love. So I think if somebody said, hey, let's go get on an airboat, I'd probably say yes. Ooh, a Banshee, hell yeah. My stepdad had a Banshee. It's one of my earliest childhood memories, was getting to drive that. My stepdad was one of those, don't be a pussy boy. So I'm definitely acquainted with the YZ350. Absolute legend, dude. That thing is a beast. Can't believe how expensive they gotten, dude. It's like $8,000 for a nice Banshee. If they weren't so damn expensive, I'd probably have one. I'm afraid of two strokes. Like, that's why I only have like a little tiny two stroke, because I just don't trust the power band. But a 350 on four wheels, I think I'd be fine. Even if I was scared, it'd be the fun type of scared. My stepdad, we'd be on the back of his dirt bikes and shit, or the Banshee, and he'd be the guy that's like got his kid on the back and flying through the air 40 feet, doing 50. Yeah, that's one of those things. I'm sure everybody got rid of it, and then looked back and was like, I shouldn't have did that. They just look cool too. There's not too many quads that look cool, man. The Banshee just was awesome looking. Almost cut my finger on this. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but holy shit, dude. I've been saying this whole stream how much the casting sucks in like 1971 for Hondas. Incredibly terrible. Yeah, I'll hold my beer, yeah. So my stepdad, it wouldn't be, here, son, drink this beer. I don't know. I guess Predator movies because old school like Rambo and what's his name, Sylvester Stallone, I guess. I don't like scary movies because like just like it's not scary. I'm like I'm one of those guys that's like, why aren't you running away, or like why are you sitting there like an idiot? So yeah, Predator probably makes more sense in my mind than Alien. Never really got into Alien movies. Johnny Rocket. I am cleaning off the alternator cover to a 79 or 71, I can't remember. ct90. And just chit-chatting. We're just hanging out. Me and Hogslayer just hanging out, shooting the shit, bro. Yeah, I have one, but I keep finding the wires in this, and this is not my motor, so I'm not trying to make a mistake, but I have one, and I used it, and I regret using it because I keep finding these freaking wires everywhere. So I'm cleaning it by hand now for the final clean because I want to make sure that I do not contaminate this case because it's not my motor. My version of quality control, I guess. And like I said, I'm not charging by the hour, so. Yeah, Arnold, yeah. Somebody said Arnold's vegan now, dude. What the hell's up with that? I have a Dremel too that has a little stainless wire wheel on it that I may still use. I like the way it polishes up these mating surfaces, and I've got a few places that I want to clean up a little bit better, so we may still get the little wire wheel out, but I'm just like, see, I haven't used the wire wheel on this yet, and I've got these little burrs of metal from just scraping with the razor blade. It's a trade-off, you know. It's, I guess the wires are bigger than the little metal shavings though, but doing it by hand like this, at least I can look and see, pay attention to detail and see all the little burrs and stuff. This brake cleaner kind of sucks too. Bikes usually have a different oil formula, so brake cleaner doesn't really dissolve all the shit on here. Gasoline is the best thing to do, but like 10 miles, no, not even 10 miles, like 4 miles down the road, we just had a fire, so I'm trying to stay away from like volatile chemicals that are flammable. And I know this is a volatile chemical that's flammable, but it's extremely volatile in that it completely disappears. It doesn't leave residue, so that's why I'm using brake cleaner. And also for the pressure, using it as a makeshift pressure washer. I don't want to get the pressure washer out because I have to rebuild the carbs, so it's like my life is constantly like a project. Like I keep running into these projects. Like, oh, I want to do a project, and then I have to do 2 or 3 small projects to do my project, so. Thankfully, I have not run into that yet on this project. It's been a little frustrating, but it's been pretty cut and dry. And most of the frustration is because I'm DIY and I don't have the right tools to do everything, so a lot of it's makeshift, but whatever gets the job done right. hell kind of weep hole is that? And what for? And why? And where does it go? I guess it's not a huge deal if it vents to atmosphere. Some kind of weep hole. There's a lot of dead space inside these case. Like this does absolutely nothing. I don't know what that's for. I don't know why they even casted it. Why not just leave it solid? Temperature. Shit, I don't know. Way too hot for the time of year, but it's nice as hell. It's probably 65 or hot, maybe even 68. I don't know. I put a long sleeve on and I kind of regret it. Pretty damn warm for. And the crazy shit is they say we're gonna have winter weather tomorrow. We're gonna have winter weather advisory starting at like 4 o'clock. So I could probably be out here without my shirt on, and 5 o'clock in the morning, it's gonna snow. 98% chance, they say. Typical Colorado weather. When they say like, oh, you don't like the weather, just wait an hour, it'll change. It's not a joke. Although lately it's been more of like, if you don't like the weather, just wait till tomorrow. I can't see who's trying to say hi. Rife Titits, what's up? I think that's how I say your name. Rye. We'll just call you Rye. 80s with mosquitoes. Ain't nobody want no part of no damn mosquitoes, dude. What the hell? Oh, there it is. Sick. That's the cleanest gasket on this whole thing. Those are probably OEM from the 70s. So to keep the conversation going, have you ever had uh fish jerky? I don't know if that's a Florida thing, but my grandma one time was like, "Here, try this," and I was like, "What the hell is that?" She's like, "Oh, it's fish jerky," and I was like, "The fuck, fish jerky?" My grandpa went spearfish and he caught a hogfish or a few of them or something and turned it into fish jerky, and it was awesome, dude. All right, I'm not gonna get too aggressive on this because I'm pretty sure it's a painted surface. That looks good, I think. I don't know what you guys think, but I like it. Good enough for me. Oh, I must have lost Hog Slayer. See you later, Hogslayer. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the conversation. Thank you for leaving comments. See you on the next time. Let's go inside. Run the Dremel on this. I want to polish this gasket surface a little bit. Ew, there's nowhere to put my clean stuff. Back to the nature. Into the wild. Clean. Clean and shiny. Ooh, that looks beautiful on camera, but it's not perfect. Good enough though. Probably gonna blast this one more time. I can see some little wires. Oh, that was almost expensive. Alright, we need some persuasion. Need to persuade this gasket. Or seal, rather. What did I do? This will work. Damn it. We're gonna have to be a little more destructive. Or maybe less dumb. No. It's 100% comes out that way. The hell? That's dumb. Why isn't anybody chatting with me, dude? Am I ugly? Do I look stupid? Wait a minute. This might look like a socket, but it's actually a seal driver, so the hell? Why is there metal on my skin? See, I told you, I don't know why you guys thought that was a socket. It's not a socket, it's a seal driver. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We're going to change this seal now with our seal extractor. You guys probably thought it was a flathead, but it's actually a seal extractor. Ew, if you guys were thinking about not changing your seals, it's probably fine, but just be aware you're not going to get it 100% clean. There's some metal in there too. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but interesting. So a little piece of wisdom, if you're going to use a flathead as a seal extractor, where is it? Don't put the flathead in there all the way and then scratch the end. You can notice in there, there's no scratches or nothing. That's because you just want your screwdriver to get like just on the outside edge. You don't want to go past it like this and then run a scrape down your seal surface, your mating surface. Be very, very careful. Also, you should probably like compare these before you take this out, because if you take it out, chances are you're going to ruin it. And if you take it out and you don't have a replacement, you're screwed. And if you got soft hands, don't spray brake cleaner on your hands. Apparently it causes cancer, but I don't think I know anybody that has hand cancer. Is hand cancer a thing? I don't even know. I'm going to be the first guy in America to get hand cancer. Get off of me. Don't always need a seal driver. I like to set all my seals by hand before I start, because if they go in, you don't want to set them in like cockeyed, because you'll see, I don't know if, I don't think that damage was from me pulling it out. I'm pretty sure that damage was from installation, but I don't know. There's no burrs or inside edges on there that maybe could have cut that, so I don't think it was from me, but you saw the process of taking it out. If you put it in the same way where it's not square, that's the type of damage you'll get on the seal. So I like to hand set my seals, make sure they're pretty even first, then set them. But sometimes you don't always need a tool. Like that one just pressed in by hand, which is nice. And it's also worth noting that you probably shouldn't press this all the way in. There's some space behind this seal. I doubt you guys can see it on camera, but this seal does not need to be driven all the way down, and probably shouldn't be. It needs to be flush, or in my case, there's a small bevel on the outside of this. I recessed it just a little bit. That's going to give us some insurance. This is an off-road vehicle, so there's going to be dirt and grime and rocks and stuff, and so setting this in just a little bit deeper is going to give us a little bit more safety for our seal. I don't think I have a replacement part for the high-low range selector. Has got to have either a seal or maybe an O-ring, and I don't think I have that. I'm gonna take a chance and disassemble it because there's a lot of grime and stuff that I want to clean out of there. But taking a chance. It's reaming itself out. Ow. Yeah, that sucks. That really gouged the surface a lot. don't. So, okay, so I'm gonna reuse this. I probably shouldn't, but it sticks out a fair amount, so it's probably okay to use. It's still soft, it's not crunchy. But do not spray brake cleaner on your O-rings, because a lot of times it'll make them swell or cause some kind of damage. Or it could dry them out and make them crack. That's terrible. That thing scratched the fuck out of it. Well, in my professional opinion, that's gonna leak. Hopefully not, but maybe. We'll see. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll leak, maybe it won't. Hard saying. If it does leak, I guess that's an easy fix. I guess we just put it together then. That is crazy how not cleaned off these castings are. That's all metal. And what the hell is this? This is what I was talking about with this unnecessary casting shit. Like this little dick thing is just open to the atmosphere. Like what is it for? Collecting shit? And the casting is atrocious. Disgusting. Just shaved all that metal off the edge there. Half of it was hanging off. It was just a burr, like somebody sharpened a knife and didn't deburr it. And those things are everywhere. Shit, we might be dead in the water. I don't think I have any gasket maker. Not really. There's a lot we can still do, actually. A lot of assembly. Shit, I forgot to turn off the alternator rotor. Doesn't seem like enough, but I guess it's gotta be. Na, 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 na. $19 to 20 foot-pounds. Where the heck is my torque wrench? Where the heck did I put my torque wrench? Oh, it's hiding in all of my piles of junk. We got lucky. 20 is our smallest amount of foot-pounds. Shit. Aw, man. Where's my adapter? Stupid piles of junk. Stupid self for having piles of junk. Dang it. Where? There it is. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna hold this thing. I don't have any shop rags. I'm gonna go get an old t-shirt. Show you guys what I was working on earlier today. Just doing drywall. Terrible lighting. Terrible. Yep. There was beams on the ceiling. Now there's not beams on the ceiling. So I'm just working on getting the drywall flat. Oh, I used all my scrap shirts. Guess I'll use all these old socks with holes in them. Enough. There we go. Okay, you guys can't see what I did there. I don't have the tool to hold this, so we just shoved some socks in the piston to protect the case, and then we just rock the piston so that it hits the case. That should hold it. How do I hold the case? I freaking hate this. And I hate this torque wrench. I don't trust it. After I snapped bolts off of my other bike. Yeah, I don't trust that. Not 1 second. It's pretty tight. See, my wrist torque wrench says that's way too tight. It's only supposed to be like 30 foot-pounds, but, or 20, sorry. Put the torque wrench on 20, and I'm pretty sure it's at like 60 foot-pounds, so. Could have sworn I brought towels in here. Alright, I need to search for gasket maker. Got some ultra black. And it feels soft. But is it soft? I don't know. We'll find out. If I can even open it. That don't fit. God, dude, at this point I should just call my YouTube channel How to Do Everything Not the Right Way. Right, so that's not gonna work, so I'll show you that trick in a minute. We need to do something first. All right, we've got to get the oil off of this so that our gasket material can cure properly and stick to it. Okay. This is not so much a trick as much as it is just do what you gotta do, but actually, instead of using my finger, shit. Apply some to both surfaces. And when I say some, I mean some. Some of you people are out here RTV like it's freaking lotion or something, or I don't even know, like, but there should be like how there's an ATF for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. There should be like a response team that finds people that puts too much RTV on things. Okay. Take the excess off, which in our case is everything that's not in the channel. Ah, shit. See, we gotta take this. This is gonna be stupid. This is gonna be dumb. Okay. All right, I take it back. That wasn't too bad. Not bad at all. All right, now we've got to work a little swiftly because we got to put our gasket on before I don't remember where this was. Got to put our gasket on before we cure this stuff. Okay, I want to show you guys what I'm talking about when I say don't use too much RTV. It does not take a lot, dude. Like, see how there's like barely any squishing out? That's what you want. You want barely any squishing out. If there's more than barely any squishing out, then just leave Earth, dude. Just don't go to the moon, go somewhere else. Just or start over and fix it. I left my screws outside, so. haven't eaten today, so I'm gonna take a break. Gotta do the high-low. I probably screwed up and should have put the timing chain in, so I don't know. Might have to back up a step. Actually, I'm 100% sure. Probably have to take that. Stupid. Oh well. I'm gonna eat something first though before I pass out. Catch you guys later.